gone through and done the rigor that it takes to become a high school graduate, a high set completion, or a college graduate. So we always want to acknowledge and be able to recognize them tonight. So as I just want to kind of turn it, I'm going to talk to them, and I want us all to listen as I talk to them. These eagle feathers are important. Congratulations on getting here. Some of you, I know, just barely made it here. Some of you have been ready for this for a long time. You've earned this feather as we present it to you tonight. There's some things you need to know about this feather before we give it to you. These feathers are sacred. They've been, like I said earlier, from South America to the farthest parts of North America. The eagle is in the story of the indigenous people as an important animal. I had a Cree man who shared this story with me that I want to share with you about the eagle feathers for them. A long time ago, when the Creator had made man and put him on the earth, the people went about their lives, and the Creator had told them what they needed to do every day, what ceremonies to do, what they needed to do to survive and make honor for Him for making the people and putting them on the earth. And the people stopped doing those ceremonies. And the Creator was saying that maybe He hadn't made these people the right way because they couldn't follow His teachings that He wanted to give them. And so He, with all the animals working out, I'm going to rub them out. I'm going to take them out tomorrow morning when the sun rises. I'm going to take them off the earth. And the eagle tried to talk to the Creator, and he wouldn't talk to him. So the eagle flew all that night and flew over all the people and saw what they were doing. And as the sun was coming up and the Creator was ready to wipe the people out, the eagle used his power to stop the sun from rising and got the Creator's attention. And then the eagle was able to tell the Creator, there are still people that are following the rules and the ways that you had given them. There are people out there that are doing the right thing. You can't punish everybody for a few bad people. And so with that presentation to the Creator decided that people could live. So every one of us, according to that story, need to be thankful to the eagle because we're still here, because the eagle took care of us and watched over us. So these feathers that you get from the eagle are very important because they help save us. The other story that I was given was about the golden eagle. And the golden eagle, in the old days when we lived side by side with these animals, and we studied and watched them, we had all day to be around them and see what they did, how they functioned and how they lived. They watched. The people watched, and the eagle would fly, and it would get up on the thermals in the hot summer days, and it would fly so high that it would disappear. And so to them, that eagle had gone to the Creator, and the Creator, in the presence of the Creator, had burned the clouds into the feathers. And so when we use those feathers up to this day, when you have one of those feathers that have the clouds burned into it, your prayers go right up to the Creator. It's been in His presence, so they're going to go right up to Him. From my dad's tribe, which is the Klamath, they have the story of why the eagle is the leader of all birds. And so for my tribe from down there, I'll share that story with you tonight. All the birds were getting jealous of the humans. The humans were living on the planet with the birds, and they kept seeing that the humans kept advancing, but the birds were all over the place. Some were in trees, some were on the ground. They just weren't organized. They couldn't get anything going. So they started looking at the humans. They said, how do we get to be more organized and do things? And they said, well, the humans have a chief. They have a family unit. They have that unit that works into the clans, that works into the people so that they're supporting each other. How can us birds do that? So the birds talked and talked and talked. And so they finally decided that the hawk and the eagle would probably be their leaders. And they asked, how are we going to decide who's going to be the one that is our leader? And they said that they'll have a contest. And the contest was that they would say who could fly the highest. And so they gave them 4 days to prepare. And so they had 4 days to prepare. The hawk went out and flew up as high as he could every day, and he'd go all the way up, get exhausted, and come back down. The eagle sat, and so on the first day, he just sat and thought about what it would take to do and try to fly as high as he could. Second day, he flew up, and he flew up as high as he could and came back down. Then he sat down and he thought about, how did I do that? What happened? He thought through what was going on. Fourth day, when the contest started, hawk went first, and hawk flew and flew and flew, and the other birds are watching him, and they said, he's almost out of sight, he's almost out of sight. And then slowly he started coming back down and spiraling down. He had flown as high as he could. The eagle took off, and the eagle started climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And the bird said, he's almost disappearing. And then he did disappear. And slowly, after a while, they saw him coming back down. And so the eagle was made the leader of the birds. That story is, everybody take that story in your own way. Okay? I give that story to you. These stories have meanings, and they have meanings to you depending on where you are in your life. But I give you that story from my dad's people. So these feathers are going to be very important to you throughout your life. We're going to be giving you these feathers, and you need to take care of them. They're a blessed piece. We're going to present you with a feather. I should say here. We're going to bless you with a feather. You're going to come up. You'll receive it from, if you're a male, you're going to come through on Rick's side. If you're female, you're going to come through on Elsie's side. They'll bless a feather and present it to you. These feathers, when you get them home, or when you leave here, we want to have these feathers. You always take care of them. We're going to give you a piece of cloth. You're going to take the cloth. When you're going to put this away, you'll set your feather on it. We're going to give you some sweetgrass. You always want to have some sweetgrass with your feathers. You can wrap it up, and that's how you will travel with it. Or if you need to store it away, you need to have sweetgrass with it. But I don't want it always stored away. I want you to have it out. It's an accomplishment. You want people to see it, so they'll ask you, why did you and how did you earn this? And you have your story you can share with them and tell them why you've earned this feather. Okay? I should never see one of these feathers hanging from your rear view mirror unless you're homeless and you need it there to help guide you. Okay? These are very special things, and so don't treat them badly. If you drop it and you feel like it's lost its blessing, come back to me, come back to another elder, have somebody else bless it and get it back right for you. We have swivels on them so that you can hook them on your mortar boards and wear them to your graduations proudly. And you can put them on there. Don't throw your mortar board. If you're going to throw it, take your feather off, throw the board, hang on to your feather. Okay, so just treat it with respect. You guys have earned it. And I want you guys to enjoy them. All right, with that, I would like, I forgot two things. Thanks. All right, do you want to announce them? Okay. Okay.
An initiative that we started in our department several years ago is called the Strengthening Our Community Poster Series. And the Strengthening Our Community Poster Series features American Indian seniors who are committed to graduating and making our community a better place. This series was created to inspire younger students by showing them relatable and recognizable role models while also changing the negative stereotypes that sometimes exist in our community concerning American Indians. These students are nominated by administrators, faculty, and building staff. They are being acknowledged for their hard work in overcoming adversity and involvement in the Native community. After these students are selected, these posters will be hung in all 21 school buildings in Great Falls Public Schools. So when I call your name, I would like you to come up here, and Rand will give you a poster, and then we're just going to ask you to stay up here for a picture. So I'd like to call up Cora Patterson from CMR. Cora says that my great-grandmother attended 2 boarding schools, and I recognize that I have many opportunities that she did not have. I have worked hard in school to honor my family, and I feel pride in achieving my goals. If you are having difficulties, talk to your teachers because they want to help and they believe in us. We build our future with the work we do today. The second student I would like to call up is Shania Gardapi. says that educated American Indians break the stereotypes that society puts on us. Getting good grades has been my #1 priority, and it makes me feel accomplished. Surround yourself with positive people who bring out the best in you. Set achievable goals so you always have something to be working on and look forward to. I'd like to call up Megan forward. Megan says that throughout my life I have faced many obstacles. With a lot of determination and persistence, I have prevailed and will proudly graduate with a 4.0. I want to show everyone that success is possible no matter how hard things get. Remember, there's still hope. Focus on what you want from life and what you want to become. I'd like to call up Megan Rattle.